Hey, right, guys, Trace Munches Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 20 of Teen Wolf Season 6, the series finale. We are here. We're here. I think it's been, I want to say like a year and 3 or 4 months. I think 4 months. A year and 4 months since we started the show, as of recording this, and we've had a journey, that's for sure. It's been a bit all over the place with uploads on YouTube, not in like length from when they were uploaded, but I know I've had to put them on one hub, and it's been kind of all over the place with Team Wolf. But we've had fun, we've had a good time, haven't we? I know I've kind of had my problems with Team Wolf, but overall, I've really, really enjoyed this show, and I'm going to be sad to see it go. I think it is time for it to end. If there was a season 7, I would have just been like, why? In all fairness, I think these final 10 episodes didn't even need to be here, really. But I don't know. I'm still going to be sad to see it go because, despite like how some of the villains and plot points are of Team Wolf, overall the characters in this show are beautiful. I love them. They're all fantastic, and I've really grown to enjoy the show more so than I thought I would, especially after the first season. I was a bit like, I'm gonna have to do 6 seasons of this, but especially season 3 and season 4 for me personally, were kind of like the highlight of Teen Wolf for me. And some parts of 6A as well. I don't think 6A overall was fantastic, but I think certain episodes in that were amazing. Like, this show has had some amazing episodes, some great scenes that I'll always remember, and some amazing characters that, like I say, I didn't think I'd grow to love them, but I have. Like Scott, I didn't like him in season 1 and part of season 2, but now seeing him in the later season, probably definitely one of my favorite characters of the show. Styles is just perfect. Like, definitely the best part of Teen Wolf for me personally. Then we have like Malia, Lydia, and Cora. I'm still gonna mention Cora and Derek, Jackson. All these characters, I'm really gonna miss them. And it's a huge thank you to you guys for like kind of sticking by me, if you've been there from the start or whenever you kind of popped in to watch these reactions. It's really meant the world. Like, watching all these with you guys, you've been very respectful in terms of not putting. We've had a few in the early days, but putting any spoilers on YouTube comments, which is great. Like, I can't stand spoilers, so you guys have been fantastic with that. And yeah, just continuing to watch the videos. I know seasons 3 and 4 as of right now are privated. They should be back up on YouTube probably by the time this is on YouTube. Actually, if you missed out on some episodes from season 3 and 4, they should be like the redirect links should be back up if you missed those. And yeah, like I say, at the end of this episode, I'll do a review on my thoughts of kind of the episode and season 6B as a whole. But I am going to do it in depth. I think like around an hour long, in depth review for Teen Wolf as a whole, because there are a lot of things I want to talk about, and I don't want to kind of crab it all at the top of my head at the end of this episode. So I'm going to do like some bullet points in a couple of weeks on my thoughts of Teen Wolf once it's all kind of settled in, and then we'll go in depth with all the characters, the episodes, seasons, villains, all that stuff. We could talk about that for a good hour or something. That'll probably be on YouTube a week after this is on YouTube, not on Patreon, because I don't think I'll upload the review on Patreon. I think I'll just upload it to YouTube. Possibly I might upload it to Patreon. It depends when I really get around to filming it. But yeah, I want to talk about a lot of stuff with the show. So yeah, and finally, this isn't going to be like the end of Teen Wolf on the channel for sure. I do want to do some like edit videos. So if you guys can send me edits, not on this, maybe on this video. Yeah, send them on this video, and then on the review I'll see if we've got some that I'll react to throughout the weeks or something. I'll try to do like at least a couple a month kind of thing, just to keep Team Wolf on the channel, because I know a lot of people are subscribed because of that show, and I don't want this to be like the last video Team Wolf will ever see on the channel. So yeah, edits or compilations of like the best scenes or something like that. It'll just be kind of cool to go through. And yeah, like I say, this will be replaced by Shameless and Buffy, which I've mentioned a million times. So if you're interested in those shows, make sure to like stick around if you like those two shows. If not, then maybe there'll be other shows on the channel that you're interested in. But either way, thank you for the support. It really does mean the world. And yeah, episode 20, hopefully better than 19. 19 was just abysmal. I really don't have the highest hopes for this episode, if I'm honest. I think it's kind of annoying because in my head it's going to be like, yeah, end, but it'll feel like a season ending, I think, this will. I don't think this will feel like a series finale. Like, a series finale should be mad, and I just don't think this is going to have it in it. I could be proven wrong, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Styles has got to come back this episode. I think I would have heard if Styles was not in the finale. So surely he's going to come back at least. Please give him to me. I'm going to miss him, dude. And yeah, I do there's rumours, I don't know if there's anything confirmed yet, but there's rumours that there will be a Teen Wolf spin-off show as well. I want it to be about the Hale family, so we can have Derek and Cora in there, which would be perfect. Imagine a spin-off show about Cora. Oh my god, yes, let's go. I'd be so biased to that. But yeah, episode 20, guys. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And the link to the Patreon page will be down below if you want, I guess, early and uncut reactions to Shameless and Buffy when I start those, which will be very soon from when this is up on YouTube. And yeah, finale time, guys. Let's do it. What a waste of potential. Yo, I was rooting for this episode for like minute 0 to 30 were like decent. Like, they weren't like, oh, amazing series finale ending, but then I was like, when it came to like those final 15 minutes, I knew exactly what it was going to do. I was there like, it's not even going to give us time to say goodbye to these characters, and it didn't at all. It gave you no time to say bye to anyone, which maybe a finale should do, just to throwing that one out there. Maybe give you like 10 minutes is all we needed. We needed 10 minutes of, and like I said it in the episode, you needed Malia and Scott to have a moment. Yeah, they had the kiss, but I'm talking about after all the, like, do like a week later or some shite, I don't know. You have a Malia and Scott moment. You definitely need a Lydia and Styles moment, because it's not like people have been rooting for them since episode 1. So you definitely needed them. All you got from those two was they held hands. That's anime bullshit. They held hands. Okay, sick. So they had nothing that episode. Mr. Argent and Melissa, we had one frame of them kissing. So I'm not going to include that at all. Yeah, I'm happy, but that doesn't count. Jackson, you had him looking out a window, sick. Derek didn't have a happy ending. He's alone and miserable. Kate's still alive. Why did Kate get to kill Gerard? Do you know who should have killed Gerard? Scott. Scott could have killed Gerard, like, because we've been waiting for that for 6 seasons for Scott to kill him, and it was nowhere. Scott wasn't even there when he died. What the fuck? How are you going to do that? How are you going to have Kate, a character who came back last episode, who no one gives a shit about, how are you going to have her get the satisfying kill of killing Gerard? By the way, it wasn't even a satisfying killing because we didn't see it. We didn't see his limbs come off or anything. It's so stupid. At least have Mr. Argent kill him. At least give us that. No, they couldn't do that either. They had to give it to Kate. What the fuck? I've been waiting for so many episodes, so many seasons to see Gerard die, and that's his death scene. Monroe didn't even die. Monroe's still out there. Oh, she's building up her army. What the fuck? How are you going to leave her like that? Like, oh, that's not even a happy ending. I'm not there like, oh, you need a like Disney ending where everyone's wondering. I'm not. No, like, you can have a few grim moments here and there, like Derek being alone and all that shit. But you don't just have him be like, oh yeah, here's Alec, by the way. You don't know who he is. We'll give an intro to him in this episode in the finale, and then we'll dedicate our entire final 5 minutes to telling him to join the pack. What? How, man? How did that go so wrong? I have no complaints. Well, a couple of minor ones, like for the first 30 minutes. I thought that was done pretty great, especially the first 10 minutes. where like the whole pack was back together. They were in the vet place where Scott had his first job when Allison came and bought the dog. Like that was kind of adorable, and like they were all talking it through. Like that was all great. And then, like I said, the final 15 minutes, I was worrying, and the more it got towards the end of the episode, I was like, they're not gonna do this how I want them to do it, and they didn't at all. I sometimes I say this as a joke, but I genuinely mean this when I say that. The final 15 minutes, I could have given you something that was a million times better than that. I could have, my dog could have, like straight up. That's not a satisfying ending whatsoever. You guys weren't joking when you said episode 10 is where it should have ended. That gave not the most satisfying thing to like Styles and Lydia, but at least it felt like everyone had gone on to their journey to do their thing, and that was it. It just feels like nothing has wrapped up. No character relationships really wrapped up. Yeah, I'll give you Melissa and Mr. Argent. I'll let you have that one, fine. But other than that, nothing. Just nothing. You know, you didn't have Malia and Peter Hale. They didn't have like a father-daughter moment at all throughout the whole show. It felt like they were building up to it the entire time. They wasted 2 to 3 minutes of Theo taking the pain away from that guy who was dying. What the fuck? Why do we care about him taking his pain away? I get Theo had a little moment, but did we need like 3 minutes of that? No, there's your answer. And then they tried to have this epic moment with the sheriff and the hellhound, like, oh, burn their guns and it'll get too hot and they'll have to drop them. And it's like, I hate to break it to you guys, but Parrish is not as good of a character as the show thinks he is. He's really not. They try to hype up the Hellhound all the time. It's like, the Hellhound's gonna obliterate you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, mate. The Hellhound can go away. You should have cut out the sheriff, the Hellhound, and Scott's dad and take the minutes from what they stole, put it into your final 10 minutes, and then have them have a moment there, maybe. Scott's dad and Scott didn't have a moment. Styles and Styles' dad didn't have a moment. They've had plenty of moments throughout the show, but for your finale, maybe have them have a moment. Melissa and Scott didn't have a moment. I guess Mr. Argent and Scott kind of had a cute moment like that. That was, yeah, sound. I'll give them that one as well. There was no mention of Melissa. There was no mention of her like at the end. Melissa. Why did I say who's Melissa? Melissa. Allison. They kind of sound similar, but Allison. There was no mention of her at the end. I know we had like Void Styles kind of going, oh, you failed and whatever. There was no like sign off for Allison, and I know we've had that in the past, but this is the series finale. You should always have like just a little moment like that. I don't know, like even just seeing her name on the bookshelf that they'd written in like season 4, 5. I don't remember exactly. I think it's season 4, the season 4 premiere. Even just showing that once would have been perfect, but they didn't do it. I did like that they had all the villains kind of, the Nuke was kind of taking on all the forms of all the villains again, but the Nuke was shit. Straight up, he was terrible. And you know what's even more annoying? You know episode 19 where they had Scott training for the whole episode, ready to take on the Nuke? Pointless. All pointless. Waste of time. Him being blind didn't even need to happen. Yeah, it led to a cute moment between him and Malia, but it didn't need to happen. He could have kept his eyes closed and he was there like, I know how to defeat you. And he clawed his eyes out like he's about to go on some mad like Neo one-on-one shit. No, Styles just came in with the mountain ash, lobbed it at the Inukate, and then it turned to stone. So Scott didn't need to train for all of episode 19 at all. Decalion didn't need to be there like, oh, you need to be blind to take on the Inukate. No, all you needed to do was get Mountain Ash and throw it at the... That was it. That was it. Oh my god, fuck, dude, like... Maybe I'll get a comment like, no, the reason Scott had to take his eyes out was because of this, but from how I saw it, there was no point in that whatsoever. Mason and Corey, I don't really like Mason and Corey, but how are you going to have them since season 4 and they're not even there at the end? They weren't. Where were they? They were in the hallway of the hospital just kind of staring at the wall doing that. Like, they didn't have anything at the end. I know they had like the kiss, but your final 10 minutes should be about everyone. yeah, maybe have like 20 to 30 seconds for characters like Mason and Corey, just and like Jackson and stuff. But like saying something and like all that stuff, not them staring out a window. But they didn't even give that to Mason and Corey. Kira, I was kind of expecting Kira to maybe make an appearance at the end, because again, they built up her character so much in seasons 4 and 5, and yes, I didn't get on with the character at all, but she was still such a major character in the show. She wasn't there. There was not even a mention. They couldn't even mention her name, Kira. That's all you had to say. They couldn't do that, so her story was pointless. Um, I'm actually pissed off. I'm actually pissed off. Like, it's just overall, overall, this would have actually been a great episode for like a season finale. For a series finale, this was abysmal. Like, mine, like the first 30 minutes, I'll let off because it was dealing with the villains and all the action stuff and the intense moments. I'll let off. The final 15, 20 minutes can die. Like, they can die straight up. That was, yeah. I'm just shocked that that's how they decided to end it, with Alec, a wolf that we don't know, and then walking towards the camera. They couldn't even bring themselves to have Styles and Lydia hold hands as they walked, or have a little kiss, or mention something like, "Do you want to move in with me?" You know what I mean? Just something small like that. That would be like, "Oh, so Lydia and Styles are like a thing." Like, that's confirmed, I guess, but they're not. They're not a thing. They're just not. Like, I hate to break it to you. I know in your head you could be like, "Oh yeah, they stayed together after that," but I don't think they did. I don't think they were really together at all. They kissed and they held hands in this episode again, I guess, for like a split second, but they weren't together at all. Like, hate them or love them, Malia and Scott, like, I'd say they're pretty much together by the end of this. And I like Malia and Scott, but even I'm kind of pissed that that's the relationship that we got and not Styles and Lydia. Like, what the fuck? Like, you had these hints at them throughout all of season 1. And yeah, I've said personally, like, I think they played around with Lydia and Styles way too much. They should have got together in season 4. Like, as much as I love Styles and Malia, and I thought they were one of the best relationships of the show, it shouldn't have happened. It should have been Lydia and Styles, and they should have like been together in a relationship through seasons 4, 5, and 6. Everyone would have been satisfied with that, or maybe like season 5. So maybe have Styles and Malia in season 4. Even though I think they originally planned for that to be Styles and Cora, which would have been amazing, by the way. That would have been amazing. And then have season 5 and 6 to be Lydia and Styles. You know what I mean? They confess their love for each other at the mid-season finale of season 6, and then nothing happened. Nothing happened. Cool. Wicked. I've got so many shits going, but I think I've gone on long enough. Jackson's reunion. I like the scene where they all turn to stone. Then I put that Paris and Cheryl for pointers. Liam and Theo, I like them two together, but it's just more of the same. The Nukete was easy to defeat, so all the training was pointless. And then I put Gerard's death wasn't even satisfying in the slightest. And they didn't even kill Monroe off, so that's great. Very conflicted with the rating because I think overall this was a good episode and a good season, like I said, season finale. For a series finale though, so as an episode as a whole, we'll rate that first. I'll go like 8. I'll go 8 out of 10. I think it was, had the good action, had all the intense moments and the cool stuff, having all the characters back together. And the first 10 minutes especially were amazing, and then Jackson's little reunion was cute. As a series finale, I'm gonna go 2 out of 10. I think I'm not. When it comes to your show's finale, you should leave people satisfied with how it's ended. I'm not satisfied in the slightest with that. Not in the slightest. The only thing that I'm kind of happy about is Jackson kind of had a happy ending. But again, Jackson, they built him up to coming back to Beacon Hills. He didn't do anything. I love having Jackson back in the show, sure, but he got turned to stone. That was what happened to him in this episode. He came back to Beacon Hills, got turned to stone, then went back to London. They didn't even give. They didn't even give Scott and Jackson a moment to be like, oh, remember that time I hated you all throughout seasons 1 and 2? Yeah, bygones be back. They didn't even have that. They didn't even interact in the episode. Fuck me off, dude. Oh my god. Oh, that's a bit. 2 out of 10 was a series finale. That's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Fuck me. I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from with this. I just think series finales should leave people satisfied with the show as a whole, and I'm not. It feels like it's not even the end. That feels like a season finale, not a series finale. What the fuck? Like I said, I'll do a full review for every season and all this stuff. Anyway, but yeah, so 8 out of 10 for an episode, but then 2 out of 10 for a finale for sure. Like that's just. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm actually okay. I've ranted long. I've ranted long enough. All that aside, Team Wolf finished. Thank you guys so much for watching the show with me. Like I said, this isn't the end of like Team Wolf on the channel, but I've had so much fun watching the show. We've definitely had like ups and downs with it for sure, but I think overall, I'm very happy that I reacted to this show. Not happy with that, but I'm happy with the show overall. Definitely. Seasons 3B especially and seasons 4 were outstanding. Like there was seriously some great stuff in this show. Even like throughout seasons 1, 2, 5, and 6, especially 6A, there were still fantastic episodes. I'll say season 3 as a whole. I said 3B is like the peak of Teen Wolf, but 3A was still great. And yeah, yeah. I'll do an in-depth talk from all the way from season 1 to here, I guess. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Like I say, uncuts to other TV shows will be soon if you want to follow it on Patreon or on YouTube. They'll still be edited, and you'll have the versions on. I think when this is up on YouTube, it'll be within a week or two. That will be starring Shameless and Buffy. So, right. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'm very, very curious what you thought of this finale and Teen Wolf as a whole. And it's thank you to you guys seriously amazing. You guys are amazing, so thank you for that. People on Patreon and YouTube, you've been insane. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. I guess the big review should be up. We'll save it like this time next week or something. Give me a week, and I'll write down as many bullet points and thoughts as I can. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.